Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. Today what I wanted to talk about was honeybees as usual, but also what I believe, and I've talked about this before, and it's not just about the chickens, but it's the combination of animals that you can grow if you have room to do this. If not, you can always get you a few game chickens. Now I got a combination right here. There's Rhode Island Reds laying chickens. They're young pullets. And right there's a game hen right there. And most of the games, these are the games that you see in here now are new. And they've just not been out because they're still trying to get used to the area and they're kind of scared. But what I wanted to talk about was if you can put a combination of animals together, they help take care of each other. And what I mean by that is, in this pen right here, these goats, and you can see how healthy they are, I never worm these goats. And the reason being is, to begin with I did. But then, as I got the chickens, I no longer do that, and the reason is this, that these chickens will eat any worm, pathogen, and the pathogen ends with the chicken. Meaning, the chickens will scrounge around and they'll eat every little thing in this dirt pile that's mostly just hay and mulch, and it's a very fertile soil that I actually put on my garden. So what happens, as these chickens pick up any kind of worm, insect, maggot, they keep this area extremely clean. And as they do that, they'll pick up pathogens that can't exist in the chicken, and they pass it out and it's pretty much dead. So you can pretty much not worm your animals. Now, I'm not getting off of the subject of honeybees too much to make a point, is this. When you're raising chickens along with your goats, they help each other out by, these chickens live in here, and in return, the goats don't care. They don't bother the chickens, and they'll actually protect the chickens at nighttime. If any kind of a raccoon, possum, coyote, anything would ever try to come in this pen, that billy right there would put them on their back really fast. And so would the females. I've seen this goat right here take down my lab, and the lab's probably about the same weight, and Buster put her on her back really fast, and she yelped, and it was no challenge because she could tear it up, or the goat would tear the dog up. But what I'm getting at, if you want to raise, if you have combination animals like that, you can keep your chickens without them worry about getting killed by nighttime predators. Now, not so much about hawks and daytime predators, but at nighttime, when your coyotes come out and your opossums and the raccoons and such, they will protect these chickens because they'll roost and stay. And then, let me show you here in a second, I'll put it on pause. Okay, this is outside the goat pen, which was inside my barn. Now, all these chickens, they can eat in this whole area right here. I'm a big believer in chickens when it comes to honeybees, because they keep hive beetles out of your honeybee hives. It's just absolutely 100% true. And if you can raise chickens, and the reason I want to talk about the combination was they work so well together. Now these chickens, this fence is not this high. It's only 5 foot, I think. These chickens can easily jump over this, fly over this fence. And they fly out, and in the daytime they'll forage. And I got these chickens trained because I raised them inside this pen. They'll actually come in here and sleep at nighttime. So you get the benefit of free range chickens and with the safety of it. So it works great together with the goats. So a good combination is always a good key because they take care of each other. These are all laying hens. There's I don't see any gains in there. Now laying hens are not too good because they're not workers like the game chickens are. Now these little bannies right here, they're pretty good workers. And I just got these bannies, they're new. I just got them this weekend. And as they get acclimated to the area, they'll actually fly out too and join the crowd out here. But over here in this pen, I also have a bunch of game chickens, and these are all babies. So I'm really loading up on a lot of game chickens. And underneath the pen, you can see is I have baby ducks. And then the rest of the chickens in here are baby game chickens. And as they mature and get a little bit bigger, I'll probably keep them all in here about another month, and then I'll release them. And then they'll start working this yard as well. They'll work these honeybees. I don't see any down here now because the chickens kind of have their pattern that they do all the time. In the morning, you'll see them at a certain time. They'll come down, they'll work through these hives, and then they'll go elsewhere. And then as the day goes on, later on, they'll come back to it again. So if you got a chance, if nothing else, get you some banny chickens. Because banny chickens they're small, they will work. They will work away from your barn a little ways where the laying chickens don't. But your game chickens are always your best bet because they are the absolute best workers you can get for your beehives. Because hive beetles are a huge problem in beekeeping. And that's one thing that you can do to ensure that your numbers will grow. And it's a natural remedy. You know, there's no pesticides in it, it's all natural. And here's another thing, I know I've talked about this in other videos, but I'll just remind people about it, is these bug zappers. Get you some bug zappers. These right here will get rid of your wax moths. Right, there's a moth right there. There's moths all over the place. They're inside, little pieces of them laying everywhere. And as time goes on, I have 5 of these set out, 5 of these bug zappers. I got one on each corner of my barn, and I'm gonna put another one down on the other side of that bee yard down there to hit them from that direction. And then along with my yellow jacket traps to catch the queens, there's a lot of things that you can do to ensure that your honeybees stay healthy. Now, I know, chickens is not usually the normal subject, but a good combination of farm animals is always a good key. Even cats, cats keep down your mice. So that's about it for today. I just wanted to put that out and kind of give people an idea how they can take care of their honeybees and work their farm animals. And that's about it for today. That's Tilly the bee cat. There's another cat. And that's about it. Thanks for watching Barnyard Bees.